ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। 49 समष्टिकर्तृतोपाधिः आन्तरो व्यष्टिकर्तृतः समष्ट्याख्यमहत्तत्वात् तद्धेत्वव्यक्तमान्तरम्। So from Shruti we know Atma is Sukshmatamaha, the most pervasive, the most subtle, means Indriya Gochara. Why? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha are not there. These are not its features at all. Again we know Atma is Mahattamaha, the most pervasive one, more pervasive than even the all-pervasive space that is known to us. Again, Atma is Pratyagatma Bhutaha. Pratyagatma Bhutaha, the one who is the everlasting, the most durable, the very basis, the essence of everything. All entire Jagat may get terminated, entire Jagat may get destroyed, Atma continues to exist. Even before the creation, it was there, Sadeva Some Idamagra Asit. Atma Vai Idamagra Asit. Before the creation it was there, during the creation it is there, even after the entire creation gets destroyed, it continues to be there. In between, Jagat comes and goes. So it is the Pratyagatma, the most durable, the most everlasting one. That this much we know from Shastras, from the Shruti we know. That is what is called as Atma is Antaratamaha, the most inner one. The same thing is told as most inner one, or the one who is the most Paraha. Now this norm is applied in what we know in the world. That is the Sukshma Taratamya. So Mahatva Taratamya, or Pratyagatmatva Taratamya. So that varying degrees of subtlety etc. are applied to all we know. So that is how it started from Indriyas onwards. Indriyas, sense objects, thereafter the mind, from mind to intellect, from intellect to now we are proceeding to the macrocosmic intellect, the Hiranyagarbha, Samashti Sukshma Sharira. So Vyashtikartrutaha, so the Samashtikartrutopadhihi Antaraha. So Vyashtikartrutaha, that is Vyashti Buddhi. Vyashtikartra means then this Vyashti Buddhi, the individual Buddhi, individual intellect, the microcosmic intellect, so then that individual intellect, Samashti Kartrutopadi Antaraha. Samashti Kartrutopadi is Hiranyagarbha. Samashti, that is Samashti Buddhi. Samashti Buddhi, Hiranyagarbha, of course presiding deity, which stands for all these upadhis, Hiranyagarbha. Antaraha, the inner one. Why? It is more pervasive, being the Karana for this Karya, the Vyashti Upadhi. Again, Vyashti Upadhi all put together is the Samashti Upadhi. So therefore, Antaraha, it is Mahan, it is more pervasive, it is more subtle. Now, then this Hiranyagarbha, there is another principle which is the cause of it, which is more pervasive, more subtle, more, that is Pratyagatma. Samashtyakhya Mahatattva. Then this Mahatattva here is Hiranyagarbha, which is Samashtyakhya, which is the macrocosmic in nature, which represents the total intellect. So Samashtyakhya Mahatattva, that is, then the Mahatattva, that is Hiranyagarbha, which is the macrocosmic intellect, then that Tadhetu Avyaktam Antaram. Tadhetuhu Tasya Hiranyagarbhasya Hetuhu. the cause of that Hiranyagarbha, which is Avyaktam. Avyaktam, which is the Avyakta here is unmanifest or the Maya Shakti, the creative power of Ishvara. That Avyaktam, Antaram. Avyakta stands for Maya Shakti. Antaram, it is the inner one. It is more subtle. It is more pervasive. It is the Atma, the basis of even the Hiranyagarbha. If Maya Shakti were not there, Hiranyagarbha cannot come into existence. So Antaram. Let us see further now. Mayakhya Vyaktatopyasya Adhara Purusha Antaraha Purushanna Parang Kinchit Sarvam Tenaiva Puritam Mayakhya Vyaktataha. So that Mayakhya, that is not actually Avyaktatah. So Mayakhya Vyaktataha means Mayakhya Avyaktatah. Api asya adharaha purushaha antaraha ad bhavati. Purushat param kinchitna. Purushat param kinchitna bhavati. Sarvam tena eva puritam. Sarvam tena eva puritam. Mayakhya Vyaktataha. Avyaktatah. Then the Avyakta Tattva, Maya Tattva, Avyakta Tattva, which is called as Maya. So Mayakhya, the Mayakhya means which is called as Maya, the Avyakta Tattva, the unmanifest condition prior to the creation came into existence. That is actually the Maya Tattva, Maya factor, the creative power of Ishvara. So then that, api, even from that, asya adharaha, Avyaktasya adharaha, the very basis for Avyakta, what is that? Purushaha. Purushaha, Purnatvat Purushaha, Pura Ushatiti Purushaha. The one who is full and complete, limitless in nature, the very basis for even the Maya Shakti, he is Antaraha. Antara again, Ati Sukshma, Ati Mahatva, Ati Pratyagatma Bhutaha, Purushaha Antaraha. That is the final I as such, the basis for all the things beginning from where? Indriyas onwards. Indriyas, Vishayas, Mana, Buddhi, Samashti Buddhi, Avyakta, Maya, basis of all this is one principle, Purusha, the Chaitanya Tattva, the all-pervasive awareness itself is called as Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva. Then what is the basis for this Purusha? What is superior to this Purusha? What is more pervasive to this Purusha? What is the Pratyagatma of this Purusha? Nothing is there. That is the finite. That is what was told as Kashta. That is Nama Paryavasanam. Para, that is that which is the Parakashta. Means that is the final, the end of everything. Para, because from there is no return. That is the ultimate truth. So Purushat Kinchit Param Na Asti. Then this Purusha, Atma Tattva, Chaitanya Tattva, Brahma Tattva, Kinchit Param Na Asti. There is nothing superior to that, nothing more subtle than that, nothing more pervasive than that, nothing which is the basis of that, no Karana for that. This is the ultimate Karana, this is the final Karana, which is in and through everything, without which nothing can exist in the entire creation, nor can anything be ever known without this Purusha Tattva, the Chaitanya Tattva, Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva. So, Purushat na param kinchit, sarvam tena eva puritam. Why is it called Purushaha? Sarpurnatvat, sarvam tena eva puritam. Sarvam tena, tena purushena eva puritam. Everything is filled up by Purusha. Everything is filled up by Purusha means what? There is something called everything and this Purusha fills them up? No. Everything has no existence apart from this Purusha. Any blessed thing in the creation has this as the basis. Just as the rope fills up the mistaken snake. What do you mean by that? The rope mistakes pervades the mistaken snake. The snake has no existence apart from rope. So the snake in reality is nothing but rope. The entire Jagat. That means Purusha evedagam sarvam. What does it mean? Brahma eva idam sarvam. Purusha eva idam sarvam means entire Jagat has no basis, no existence apart from this Purusha. So that's why Yachak morning chanting Yachcha kinchit jagat sarvam drishyate shruyate piva antarbahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayano sitaha. Whatever you perceive, hear, taste, touch, smell, perceive, think of, in and out, what is there? Narayana means this Purusha Tattva alone is there. There is nothing other than Purusha Tattva. So therefore, where are you going to hunt for this Purusha Tattva? Where are you going to hunt for Narayana, Bhagavan, Ishvara? Badri Yatra? I think now you can forget about it, okay? So, Kailas Yatra. I think Kailas Manas, or there also Gadbad is going on. I think so. So where? So that is what. No, in Marathi there is a Kutesho Disi Rameshwara an Kutesho Disi Kashi Hridayatila Bhagavanta Rahila Upashi. Oh my dear, where are you hunting for this Bhagavan in Kashi, Rameshwara, etc.? Hridayatila Bhagavanta Rahila Upashi. That poor fellow is uncared for, and this guy goes on pilgrimage. What for? To meet Bhagavan. Hello, how are you? so to meet Bhagavan. But here, this Ishvara is what? Uncared for. Upashi means that Bhagavan is not hungry, okay? Upashi means hungry. So one is hungry. Bhagavan is not hungry, but he is uncared for. Say, discarding your Swarupa, which is nothing, in your very Atma Swarupa, Antaryami Swarupa, discarding that, hunting for Bhagavan here and there, Bhagavan will say, Ayyo, what to do with this guy? Ayyo, karma. Whose karma? Not Bhagavan's karma. Ayyo, his karma, they will say. Ayyo, this karma of these people, what to do with these guys, he will say. So, I think now since human being is so great, he will make Bhagavan to say Ayyo also. Okay. so that's what the greatness of this human being, Jiva, what it is. Anyway, so that is Purushanna Parastal Sarvam Tenaiva Puritam. That's why the Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Tajjala Niti Shanta Upasita. Everything is nothing but Brahma. At least even if you don't have the Aparoksha Jnana, even if you don't have the direct cognition, at least take it from Shruti, there is nothing other than Brahma. All you see, hear, taste, touch, smell is nothing but Brahma. At least if that understanding is there, leave alone the Aparoksha Jnana, at least that understanding is there, your interaction with the world will take a turn for good. Otherwise, that rascal did that, I will teach him a lesson, all this nonsense come. At least that means you may not have the Aparoksha Jnana, direct cognition, Aparoksha Anubhuti may not be there, never mind. At least know for certain. Take it from Shruti, where you can certainly have the Shraddha. Everything is nothing but Brahma Sarupa, Atma Sarupa, Purusha Sarupa. That's why the Rudra, Namo Namo Stena Nam Pataye Namaha. You know what is that? You are praising the Lord, you are offering the hymn to Lord Shiva, and what is that? Namo Namo Stena Nam Pataye Namaha. So my salutation to whom? The number one Stena, thief. Stena Nam Pati, the leader, the master of the thieves. Why? He also is none other than Rudra only. He also is none other than Bhagavan only. That doesn't mean, look here, that doesn't mean, acha, if thief comes, what is that? Hello, Brahman. See, look, Paramarthe Advaita, Vyavahare na Advaita. In Vyavahara, there is no Advaita. It is Paramartha in the absolute sense. In Vyavahara, you have that. Didn't the Lord Krishna know that all Kauravas are nothing other than his own Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa? But Vyavahara. because adharma was at stake, that's why Lord Krishna had to, not that Lord Krishna could not, that means he could not have averted Mahabharata, no. Had he willed, he could have just averted it. But he has told, I will not allow this Duryodhana to go just like the scot-free. I will not allow. Why? The future world should come to know, the posterity should know that such type of adharma will never be tolerated. Because, yes, there is a limit up to which adharma can be pardoned, it can be excused. But Duryodhana has crossed all limits of decency. It needs the punishment only. That means I will teach a lesson for future also. That is what it is. So, that vyavahara, that means paramarthataha brahma swarupa only, but vyavahare, there is no advaita. In vyavahara, you have to deal depending on the context. So therefore, tenaiva puritam. But for us as a seeker, as a sadhaka, even that understanding, that though we have not got the aparoksha jnana, everything is nothing but Brahma Swarupa, can change our dealings with the people and the objects, etc. around, so that a right disposition is produced, with the help of which we can certainly cognize the Swarupa directly. Sadrupa purushastasya Sattve nanyasya puranat Astiti nikhilam bhati Purakah purusho mataha Purushaha sadrupaha Tasya Sattvena anyasya puranat Nikhilam, add vastu, asti iti bhati. Nikhilam, add vastu, asti iti bhati. Ataha, or you can take tena, ataha or tena, purushaha, purakaha mataha. Ataha or tena, purushaha, purakaha mataha. Earlier in stanza 50 it was told, tena, tena means by whom? Purushena, sarvam puritam. The question is, how is it filled up by this Purusha? What is the nature of this Purusha? These questions arise, they are explained here. Purushaha sadrupaha. This Purusha is of such nature. What nature? Sadrupa. Sadrupa means whose nature is nothing but existence principle. So one whose nature is nothing but isness, existence principle. Purushaha sadrupaha. Tasya sattvena. Tasya means that Purushasya, of that Purusha, Sattvena, because of its existence, Anyasya Purana. Anyasya Purana, because everything else is filled up, we find in the world, entire thing is what? Is. Even the absence of something is. So therefore, Anyasya Purana, because in and through anything and everything that is there in the creation, what inheres there? The existence principle, Sat principle, isness principle, isness, existence what? Inheres, Puranat means because of the inherence. So, because of filling up Puranat, so that's the reason. How do you say so? We can verify. How do you verify? How can we verify? Nikhilam vastu, all the things that are there in the entire creation, in the three lokas or the Chaturdasha Bhuvanani, Nikhilam vastu, asti iti bhati. Bhati is known, cognized as what? It shines means is known, cognized. How? Asti iti, is, I am, I is, you is, never mind English. So, I is, you is, we is, they is, all these are different forms. You know that Swami used to say, olden days, when British rule was there in South India, one small station, one train had halted. One English boss was there, he got down on the station and some gentleman there. So he asked the person, who is the station master here? He said, I is the station master, sir, he said. Are you the station master? Yes, I am the station master. So, because he didn't know much English at all, because what time he was a station, he was all in all. He was a station master, he was the booking clerk, he was the ticket checker, he was the sweeper also. He was small station it was. So like that, here I is, our purpose is served. I is, we is, you is, they is, all is. Okay, that are, am and all that are nothing but different forms of to be is only. So that is what we want. So that being the case. So that is Nikhilam Vastu Asti Iti Bhati. Is known, cognized how is. And for that reason, Ataha, therefore, or Tena, because of that. So, by that reason, Purushaha, this Purusha, Chaitanya Purushaha, Purakaha Mataha. Mataha is considered as the one who is Purakaha. Purakaha, one who fills everything. That was what was told in stanza 50. Tena eva sarvam puritam. Everything is filled up by that, because the very existence aspect that inheres in anything and everything is because of this Purusha who is Sat Sarupaha, the very existence, ever existent principle. So we conduct that inquiry. From where did you conduct the inquiry of this? That Sukshma Taratamya, from beginning from Indriyas onwards, stanza 47 onwards. I say this is how the Ratha Kalpana in the imagery finally culminates. That, see, in Ratha Kalpana what was told? The Rathi, the Ratha Swami, Jiva has to reach the destination. What is the destination? Vishnoho Padam, for which we conducted the inquiry in the Sukshma Taratamya. This is how the final inquiry gets culminated, and it is as good as in the imagery Rathi has reached what the destination of Vishnoho Paramam Padam Atma Swarupam Brahma Swarupam. Vastu Tattva Vicharotaha Purushesmin Samapyate Gantavya Tattva Simatva Rathi Gacchati Tam Krama. Ataha Vastu Tattva Vicharaha Asmin Purushe Samapyate. Ataha Vastu Tattva Vicharaha Asmin Purushe Samapyate. Gantavya Tattva Simatvat Rathi Tam Kramat Gacchati. Rathi Gantavya Tattva Simatvat Rathi Tam Kramat Gacchati. Vastu Tattva Vicharaha, the Vichara, inquiry into the nature of Vastu. Vastu means the final reality, the ultimate truth, beyond which is never subject to any change or modification, the ever existent principle without change or modification, the Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva. Vastu in Vedanta, Vastu means Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva. Vastu Tattva Vicharaha Asmin Purushe Samapyate. Samapyate, that inquiry ends, culminates. Samapyate culminates. Where? Asmin Purushe. Asmin Purusha means, in this Purusha means, once you have directly cognized this Purusha, there is nothing to be inquired further, there is nothing to be known thereafter. So therefore, it culminates. Samapyate ends means it culminates in this Purusha. Why? Because Gantavya Tattva Simatva. That is the Sima, that is the final, that is the boundary, that is the limit up to which Gantavya, the thing to be gone, the thing to be reached. Who has to reach that? Take Ratha Kalpana, imagery. The Jiva, the Ratha Swami has to reach the destination. This is the destination. Gantavya Tattva Simatvat means this being the destination that this Jiva, Rathi has to reach. So, Simatvat being the destination. Rathi means who is Rathi? Ratha Swami, Jivaha. The Jivaha. Tam. Tam means Tam Purusham. Kramat Gacchati. So goes Kramat in the order of that what we have seen Indriyebhya etc. Para Indriyebhya, that is Antaratva that was seen, which was referred to in stanza 46. See, Karta Sarathi Rakshani Niyamya Manasa Kramat Gachan Antarmukhaha Margaparam Vishnu Padam Vraje. That krama, the order in which that inquiry has to be conducted, that was shown. So in this order, that means step by step, taking to the inquiry, finally this Rathi, Jiva, discover the destination. What is the destination? Purusha, that is Vishnoho Paramam Padam, as the very Swarupa of oneself. Rathino Vastavam Rupam Purnatvam Tadabodhataha Avachinnatvametacca Tadbodhena Nivartate Purnatvam Rathinaha Vastavam Rupam Tadabodhataha Avachinnatvam Tadbodhena Etacca Nivartate. Tadabodhataha Avachinnatvam Tadbodhena Etacca Nivartate. Purnatvam Rathinaha Vastavam Rupam. The question comes here, why this Ratha Kalpana was given? Why this imagery of the chariot was given? It is to show that this Ratha Swami, Jiva, is not different from Purusha. Not knowing this, Jiva gets subject to sorrow, and subjected to sorrow. Had he known that, he can totally get freed from samsara. Sorrow means samsara. Not knowing that, he gets subject to sorrows of samsara. Sorrows of samsara means samsara itself is nothing but sorrow. So therefore, with knowing which one can get freed from that samsaritva. That is what discovery of one's true nature. For that purpose, the Ratha Kalpana was explained. Purnatvam, status of being full and complete, free from all limitations of samsara, free from all sorrows of samsara, nothing but Ananda Swarupa, free from Janma Marana. That is Rathinaha Vastavam Rupam. That is the true nature of this Rathi, the Jiva. Rathinaha Vasta Rupam. Tadabodhataha Tasya Purnatvasya Abodhataha Abodhataha Ajnanataha. So Tadabodha is Tasya Abodhataha. What is that Tasya? Purnatvasya. Abodhataha means na bodhataha means Ajnanataha, on account of ignorance. Because of ignorance of that Purnatva Swarupa, Asamsaritva Swarupa, a state which is totally free from samsara, not knowing that, on account of what? Due to, of course, ignorance, Abodhataha. So the Jiva gets what? Rathi gets what status? Avachinnatvam. Avachinnatvam, Samsaritvam, Jivatvam. That samsari Jiva, that status he gains because of not knowing the Purnatva nature of oneself. Then what happens? Tad bodhena etacca nivartate. Tad bodhena tasya purnatvasya purnasya purushasya bodhena. By knowledge of that Purna Purusha, which is his true nature, etacca, etat means this avachinnatva, samsaritva, status of jivatva gets what? Nivartate, terminated, gets ended. So it is no more there. So to show the true nature of this Rathi, the Jiva to be Purusha itself, who is free from, totally free from samsara, this Rathi Kalpana, Ratha Kalpana, imagery of the chariot was divided to show that here is something to be gained again not into terms of time and space. Don't take this way, because Ratha Kalpana is there. So Rathi, the Ratha Swami sitting in the chariot goes from one place to other place, the destination. Therefore what? Here also what? From Bhuloka we have to go in the, so some loka we have to go. There who will be sitting there? Purusha will be sitting there, and you will be welcome there. You will be welcome. Is it that way? No. So it is the imagery only. So due to ignorance it appears to be far, discover it to be your very true nature. There is no that means no gamana is not there. That means marga is not involved as such. Marga is for who? Jiva. Jiva in terms of karma phalas, upasana phalas, gamana is there for him. Atma sarveshu deheshu bhrantya gudho na bhasate ekagraya sukshmayaitam pashet tachilyavan dhiya. How far is Jiva from Purusha? Or how far Purusha is from Jiva? The Swarupa of Jiva itself is Purusha. You might have given a Ratha Kalpana, it is not going somewhere yonder. If that is the case, that means if the Swarupa of Jiva itself is Purusha, why not all people gain the knowledge? That is the question. It says, though it is the very Swarupa, it is concealed. It is covered as it were. Some pratibandha is there, some obstruction is there in directly cognizing one Swarupa as nothing but Purusha. He says, Anvaya, Sarveshu Deheshu Bhrantya Gudhaha Atma Nabhasate. So, Sarveshu Deheshu Bhrantya Gudhaha Atma Nabhasate. Tachilyavan ekagraya sukshmaya diya etam pashe. Tachilyavan ekagraya sukshmaya diya etam pashe. Sarveshu deheshu, in all the embodiments, all varieties of embodiments in each and every one of them. 84 lakhs of species are there. Of all these types of species, in all the individuals, in all the jivas, sarveshu deheshu, in all those embodiments, Atma, see, Atma certainly abides because the Atma is the very basis, the Chaitanya Rupa Purusha, Atma is the very basis, and yet why it is not known? Because Bhrantya, due to Bhranti is here erroneous identification with the embodiment. So, erroneous Deha Tadatmya, that not knowing the Swarupa, mistaking the embodiment as I, that is what is Bhrantya, by erroneous tadat, deha tadatmya, by that, this Atma is Gudhaha, Savritaha, covered. How is it covered? Because of this. What are the covering? Acha, Atma is covered. Then what can we do? All coverings, let us one by one we remove, is it not? So that is what covering here, it is like this. There Bhashakara says there, Samvrutaha, Gudaha means Samvrutaha. How Samvrutaha? Darshana Shravanadi Karma Vidya Maya Achannaha. Achannaha, Achaditaha, covered by what? Darshana Shravana Adi Karma Avidya Maya Achannaha. Covered by Darshana Shravana Adi, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, all perception. Karma, all activities. So again, let us see what it is all about. We will see avidya, ignorance of oneself. Maya, the same avidya at the totality level. So how is it? By seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, all active karmas, how the Atma is covered? Because all this perception, etc., all that we experience, the specific features of those perception and experiences are attributed to whom? To Atma, as though it is the inherent feature, characteristic feature of Atma. That is why the result of it, what is the true nature is not known, that way concealed. karma. All activities, all karmas are done at what level? Upadhi level. So you have come all the way here. How? How did you come here? Manasa sankalpya buddhya nishchitya karanaihi karma karoti. So manasa sankalpya, first such a great battle was going on. What is that? To attend the camp or not? Is it not? Every one of you know. Then which transport to take? Okay. There are so every stage. Rajdhani is late. Will the chartered bus be available in midnight or not? So all this sankalpa going on. Karanaihi. So manasa sankalpya, that very fact that you have landed here means what? Buddhya nishchitya, you have decided to come. There are many others also who have cancelled at last moment also. So buddhya nishchitya. So many could not come because for want of seat, and this Swami didn't allow them also. So like this. So mana nishchitya, buddhya nishchitya, karanaihi karma karoti. So that actions, karmas are done at the level of the upadhis, but I do, kartrutva etc. for whom it is attributed? To Atma Swarupa. So therefore, even the karma is mistaken as the feature of Atma. Though akriyaha Atma, avikari Atma mistaken as sakriyaha, sakarta, karta, bhokta, etc. So that way. And avidya, all product of what? Avidya. That is what? Avidya, due to avidya. At the totality level, same thing, the creative power, Maya Shakti, which has got Avarna Shakti, beside the Vikshepa Shakti. By all these, Achannaha, the one who is Gudha, covered. Also Gudha can be that. Gudha is covered, shows there is some pratibandha. Something obstructs the true knowledge of true nature of ourselves. What is that? Will be told afterward. Paranchikhani vatrinat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati nantaratman. That the various sense organs and organs of actions are so created, they are extrovert in nature, as a result of which Atma Swarupa is not known. Will be there. It is there in the fourth valli, first mantra. Here we will find in the stanza 66 it going to come. So that's why Gudaha, so covered, Nabhasati. It doesn't shine means its knowledge is not gained, is not known. Then does it mean we can't know at all? No, possible. So how is it possible? Drishyate tu agraya buddhya. How is it? That's what Katha, he says. Tachilyavan ekagreya sukshmaya dhiya etam pashet. Tachilyavan. Tachilyavan means one who has that type of shilam disposition. What is that type of shilam disposition? Tachilya means what was told earlier. What was told? One who has got the disposition to conduct the inquiry, the viveka in terms of taratamya of sukshmata, beginning from indriyebhya, etc. That was told. That Tachilyavan is like this. Indriyebhya paraha ahartaha. That is, sense objects are superior to indriyas. Beginning from that, ityadi prakarena. In this manner, sukshmata paramparya darshanena. Showing the sukshmata, subtlety in succession. The later one is more pervasive than the earlier, more subtle than the earlier, by showing that. Finally where did it culminate? Param, that Vishnoho padam, most subtle, that param sukshmam drashtum shilam yasya saha. Indriyebhya paraharthaha ityadi prakarena sukshmata paramparya darshanena param sukshmam drashtum shilam yasya saha. In the sense, by conducting this inquiry of determining the subtlety, beginning from where? Indriyas, etc., ending with Purusha, and thereby one who has got the Shilam, the disposition to know, directly cognize Param. Who is that? Param Sukshmam, that ultimate Sukshma, that Purusha. So that one, that person is called Tachilyavan. Means one who has conducted the inquiry earlier, and thereby one who is able to gain the direct cognition of Purusha. So that Tachilyavan, how does he gain this knowledge? How does he know that? Ekagreya Sukshmaya Dhiya. Not ordinary Dhi. Everyone has got Dhi, Buddhi, everyone has got. But this has to be Ekagreya. That is, Ekagreya means which has got Naishchalya, Vichitta, the mind which has got Naishchalya. Means not only Naishchalya, Sanskritataya. It is well refined. It is exposed to Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasana, here termed as what? Adhyatma Yoga Adhigamena. Don't forget that. Adhyatma Yoga was told. So therefore, so that Ekagreya, Sanskritataya, Agreya. Agreya means by that which is sharp. Oh, Buddhi also is sharp. It says, Agram Iva Agreya. As though sharp. What do you mean by sharpness? Sharpness here is nothing but Naishchalya. That Ekagrata, Chitta Naishchalya. The mind that is steady doesn't waver like that. So that is by that steady mind, so which has the mind or Buddhi which has accomplished that steadiness, by such Ekagreya, as a result is what? Sukshmaya Dhiya. The Dhi, Buddhi, which is Sukshma. Sukshma means which is here capable of knowing the Sukshma Vastu, Ati Sukshma Vastu, Atma Vastu. Sukshmaya is Sukshma Vastu Nirupana Paraya. Sukshmaya Dhiya. Sukshma Vastu Nirupana Paraya. In the sense, the Buddhi which is capable of ascertaining the Ati Sukshma Vastu, Atma Vastu, Purusha Vastu, Brahma Tattva. So, by that Dhiya, so Dhiya Tachilyavan Pashet. Should see means Pashyati. In the sense, he sees, he is able to gain the knowledge. Otherwise, it is concealed as it were, covered as it were. For common person, the knowledge cannot be possible, it cannot be known. So now, how this Tachilya, repeatedly, that means the same means are given from different standpoints so that one can directly cognize the Sarupa. How this Tachilyavan, the one who has got disposition to directly cognize this Atma Sarupa, how does he know that? That is now explained, wherein means also are being given. Dhiyastatha tvam yogat syat yogo bhumi chatushkavan vagdhi kartru samashtinam nirodhat bhumayo bhavan. Before going to this, let us see the basic mantra for this. This is based on Valli 3, Mantra 13. Famous one, wherein the means of directly cognizing one's Swarupa is given. That runs like this. Yachedvang manasi pradnyaha tad yached jnana atmani. Jnanam atmani mahati niyached tad yached shanta atmani. Let us see that mantra, very important. Then this will be easier then. Yached, because these few words, you know precisely what they convey. Yached means niyached upasamharet. Niyached upasamharet. That one should absorb or withdraw. What one should absorb or withdraw? Yached. Vak niyached. One should withdraw the speech. Vak, speech, is upalakshana for all karmendriyas and jnanendriyas. Vak is a vachendriya. Speech, karmendriya, organ of action. But it is not only upalakshana means indicatory word for all organs of actions. Beside that indicates the jnanendriyas, the sense organs also. So, this vak, what should be done? Is it yached, niyached, has to be withdrawn. Where? Manasi. Withdraw the mind, withdraw the sense organs and organs of action in the mind means withdraw the functions of sense organs and organs of action with the help of the mind, let only the activities of the mind remain, and the indriyas are no more pursuing their corresponding sense objects, vishayas. Then, and who should do this? Pradnyaha. Pradnya here is viveki. The viveki first, what he should do? Withdraw the indriya, sense organs, organs of action from their corresponding functions. With the help of the mind, let the function of mind remain there. Thereafterward, tad yached jnane atmani jnana atmani. Tad means that manaha yached upasamharet niyached should be withdrawn. Where? Jnane atmani. Jnana atma stands there for buddhi. With the buddhi, check the mind and withdraw from its all mentations, all functions, all mentations. Then what is to be done? Jnanam atmani, jnanam atmani mahati niyachet. That jnanam, that buddhi, mahati atmani niyachet. Mahati atma is, mahan atma is hiranyagarbha. So reduce that buddhi to who? Hiranyagarbha, because buddhi is not distinct from the total buddhi, the hiranyagarbha. So that way, or it can be, make your buddhi as pure as hiranyagarbha tattva, the highly sattvic one, make it as pure as that, or reduce that individual buddhi to the hiranyagarbha samashti tattva, means discover the oneness of, that means the individual buddhi is not different from the hiranyagarbha tattva, the samashti, that is buddhi tattva. Yeah, that is what is called jnanam. Jnana means buddhi. Atmani mahati means mahati atmani hiranyagarbhe niyachet. Then that hiranyagarbha, what is to be done? Tad yachet shanta atmani. Withdraw that hiranyagarbha in what? Shante atmani, in the true atma sarupa. This is what is told. Now let us see how Vidyaranya Muni is explaining that. Take Anvaya 55. Dhiyaha tathatvam yogat syat. Dhiyaha tathatvam yogat syat. Yogaha bhumi chatushkavan. Vag dhi kartru samashtinam nirodhat bhumayaha abhavan. Dhiyaha tathatvam. See, dhiyaha of the intellect, tathatvam, that status. What status? Ekagra and sukshma, or what was told as tachilyavan, tachilyatva. That status for that buddhi to appreciate the paramatma or parampadam, that status, that disposition. How does it take place? He says, yogat syat. Earlier what was told there? Tachilyavan ekagreya sukshmaya dhiya etam pashet. That's a person who is capable of taking such inquiry can directly cognize the Atma Sarupa with this type of buddhi, which is eka, which has got naischalya and which has got the capacity to ascertain the Ati Sukshma Atma Sarupa. How that type of dhi is gained? It is like this. Dhiyaha tathatvam, that capacity, yogat syat. By yoga it takes place, means by yoga it is accomplished. Now yoga, don't straight away jump here to Ashtanga Yoga, etc. That is not the yoga. He himself is explaining what is that mean, yoga. Yoga you take as means. By this means it takes place. What is that means? That yoga ha bhumi chatushkavan. That yoga has got 4 bhumis, 4 stages. So that means that yoga consists of 4 stages. It has got 4 stages. What are the stages? We will be clear from the subsequent portion. It is Vang Nirodha. You can make a note. Vang Nirodha, Mano Nirodha, Buddhi Nirodha, Mahatattva Nirodha. Vang Nirodha, Mano Nirodha, Buddhi Nirodha, Mahatattva Nirodha. So that means it has got 4 stages. How these 4 stages have come? He explained. Vak, Dhi, Katru, Samashtinam Nirodhat, Bhumayaha Abhavan. These 4 Bhumayaha, 4 stages have come into existence because of Nirodha of these 4 aspects. What are those? Vak, speech. We have seen speech here stands for all Indriyas, Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, Upalakshana for that. Dhi here stands for Manaha, not the Buddhi, because Buddhi comes in Karta. So Dhi, that is Manaha. Kartru stands for Buddhi. Samashti for Hiranyagarbha. So Vak for all Indriyas, Dhi for Manaha, Kartru for Buddhi, Samashti for Hiranyagarbha. Samashtinam of all these, Nirodha. Better you understand the word here, Nirodha, in what sense it is used? By control, or we can say Laya. Laya means extinction, or better it is by in terms of absorption or withdrawal. Bhashyakara gives the word Upasamhara. We have seen as Upasamhara, withdrawal. Withdrawal from those corresponding functions or pursuits of Vak, Dhi, Karta, Buddhi, Dhi for Mana, Karta for Buddhi, Samashti, Hiranyagarbha, withdrawal, or making the earlier one merge or get absorbed in the later one, which is its cause. So that way, Nirodhat, Bhumayaha Abhavan. So Chatushka, that is 4 bhumis have come into existence. Means at this 4 level, one has to put forth the effort. Okay. Now, what is that? That is that Bhumi Chatushkavan Yoga. What is that? How exactly? So that Vang Nirodha, Mano Nirodha, Buddhi Nirodha, Mahatattva Nirodha, how exactly it can be accomplished so that one can directly cognize the Atma Swarupa. Vagadikam Bahyamaksham Nirundham Nisheshayen Manaha Mano Nirundhan Kartaram Sheshayed Vivashtirupinam Savikalpakametaccha Nirundhan Nirvikalpakam Asmite Tanmatra Rupam Mahantamavasheshayet. Always keep in mind, Vidyaranya Muni is not giving something from his pocket here. All this is there where? In the Kathopanishad. So here this is based on Yached Vang Manasi Pradnya etc. Valli 3, Mantra 13. Anvaya. Vagadikam Bahyam Aksham Nirundhan Manaha Sheshayet. Vagadikam Bahyam Aksham Nirundhan Manaha Sheshayet. Manaha Nirundhan Veshtirupinam Kartaram Sheshayet. Manaha Nirundhan Veshtirupinam Kartaram Sheshayet. Etaccha Savikalpakam. Etaccha Savikalpakam Bhavati. Nirvikalpakam Nirundhan. Nirvikalpakam Nirundhan. Asmi iti etanmatra rupam mahantam avasheshayet. Asmi iti etanmatra rupam mahantam avasheshayet. Vagadikam bahyam aksham. Aksham means Indriyas. So that is Indriyas. What are those? Vagadikam, speech etc. means all Indriyas, organs of actions and sense organs. So Nirundhan, now keep in mind, Nirundhan means withdrawing them from their corresponding functions. So Nirundhan, what should be done? Manaha Sheshayet. Let only mind remain. means let there not be the corresponding function of these indriyas, withdraw from them, desist those from their corresponding function, manovyaparamatram avasheshayet. Manaha sheshayet means manovyaparamatram avasheshayet. That is, let only mind function or let only mind remain. Means, what is that? The actual indulgence through the indriyas are restrained, are withdrawn. Fine. Then, manaha nirundhan. Now, make the mind withdraw from its function. What is the function of mind? Sankalpa, vikalpa, sankalpa, vikalpa, sankalpa, vikalpa. All these considerations, etc. Let the mind be withdrawn from its function. You have to make use of buddhi here. So, then what should be done? By withdrawing the mind from its corresponding function, veshtirupam kartaram sheshaye. So, that is, let there be only the veshtirupa karta means buddhi. Let only buddhi remain means only let the functions of only buddhi remain there. See, all this is nirodha, or upasamhara. Better we take withdrawal, withdrawal, withdrawal. Withdrawal of these from their corresponding function. So this shows what type of readiness of the mind is required, of antakarana is required. That is how that antakarana has to assume the nature of Atma. That alone is the direct cognition. Otherwise, why all this is? Afterwards say, this is kshurasya dhara nishita duratyaya. It is so, that means it is so difficult as though stepping over a sharp razor. That is what. Or that means making use of a sharp razor is difficult, like that. Interestingly, he explains afterwards. So, that is veshtirupinam kartaram sheshayet. Sheshayet, that means buddhi matram avasheshayet. Let what remain there only? Buddhi only. Then, etacha savikalpakam. That this buddhi is what? Veshtirupa buddhi is savikalpakam. Savikalpa means savikalpa veshti buddhi has got, that means has got bheda of individuality. I am different from other. I am different from Hiranyagarbha. So that way, that notion of duality is there. So that savikalpakam. Then what is to be done? That etacha savikalpakam. No, you see, one thing, I had given you anvaya. Etacha savikalpakam bhavati I had given. Remove that. There is no bhavati there. It should not be there. If anyone has noted, remove that. I had told you, etacha savikalpakam bhavati. That bhavati to be removed. So, etacha savikalpakam nirundhan. That etad, little misleading etad it is. It is not nominative singular etad, it is accusative singular etad. Etat savikalpakam nirundhan. By withdrawing this savikalpaka buddhi. That's what is there. That savikalpa, veshti buddhi has to be now withdrawn from its function by eliminating its distinct status, different from Hiranyagarbha, removing that nirvikalpakam asmi iti etan matram mahantam avasheshayet. So, that individuality on account of identification with the individual buddhi has to be knocked down, and that individual buddhi is not different from the total buddhi, Hiranyagarbha, that is to be discovered. Because any Veshti individual is not different from the total Samashti. So strike that identity. So that is Nirundhan, withdrawing that from individual buddhi as separate entity from the Hiranyagarbha, the totality. So also withdrawing from its function, that nirvikalpakam kartru. So that one, asmi iti, I am that, etamatra rupam, only I am that, nirvikalpaka Hiranyagarbha. In this way, Mahantam avasheshaye. Retain what? Make one remain only Mahantam. So Mahantam, the one who is. So the Samashti Buddhi. So that one, that means individual status has to be eliminated. Means individual status born of identification with the Veshti Buddhi has to be knocked down. So discover the identity with Hiranyagarbha, because the individual Veshti Buddhi is not separate from Samashti Buddhi, the total. Then what is to be done finally? Tamapyante nirundhyatha. Tamapyante nirudhyata. Shantatma shishyate swayam. Kshuradhareva vishamaha. Yogo mandamaterayam. Atha ante tamapi nirudhyat. Not nirudhyat, nirudhya. Atha ante tamapi nirudhya. Shantatma swayam shishyate. Shantatma swayam shishyate. Ayam yogaha mandamatehe kshuradhara iva vishamaha. Ayam yogaha mandamatehe kshuradhara iva vishamaha. Om swasti prajabhya paripadayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ